questions on behalf of the United European Left, Mrs. Laura Castel.
Thank you, Chair. Madam Secretary General, my political group is convinced that staying silent in the face of a genocide in Gaza is equivalent to backing the perpetrators. Taking into account that we are a human rights organization and Israel and Palestine are both linked with our organization, don't you believe that after 6 months of silence, Council of Europe could and should play a more active role in relation to the protection of the human rights in Gaza and in Palestine in general? Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much on this question. I think I partially answered it through another question, and I can only reiterate that I issued at several occasions the warning or concern about what is going on, and I just said what my clear position is. However, we cannot, by the nature of we are a regional organization. We have very clearly the remit in which we work. Apart from being vocal on some issues, which I think I was very clear on what my position is, we cannot engage in negotiations or other. But what we can do and what we do is, because all this has an impact on our societies. It has an impact, I think, if you recall just the aftermath of the 7th of October, there was a rise in anti-Muslim and anti-Semitic feelings. And this is where Council of Europe has something to say, and this is where Council of Europe is working. I have a special representative on anti-Semitic, anti-Muslim and other religious crimes who is working on that. Our ECRI, our European Commission on Against Racism and Intolerance has two policy guidelines on anti-Semitism and on anti-Muslim hatred. I have very recently, as only a month ago, I have called for the first meeting of coordinators on anti-Muslim hatred, because I believe we have to tackle these issues in Europe, but sometimes in these endeavors we are joined with some countries outside of the remit of the Council of Europe, from the North America and some other places. So as we cannot, because it's not our mandate, engage directly, we have to manage the consequences of this horrible war and the problem on our fellow citizens of one or the other ethnic or religious communities. So this is where I think Council of Europe should continue working very hard, because working on these issues, in particular the two that I mentioned, but on any kind of interreligious or other hatred is the way to have peaceful societies, and in a way that doesn't concern only Europe, where the 46 member states are situated, but it can have an impact outside of the Council of Europe merits. So I think this is the area in which indirectly, unfortunately not directly, we can do our part of the work.